Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday. Stratham Pet Talk. I am Sarah of Expat Croatia, and this is 5 Question Friday. Every Friday at 5 o'clock Croatia time, I answer 5 questions about Croatia from people who have sent them in on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, expatcroatia.com, email our consulting sessions, and people who jump out of the bushes and yell them at me, which is by far my least favorite. So, hello. I am still in Texas. I am at a train station. It's very, very windy, so I'm kind of like stuck in a corner, and I'm hoping the wind is going to be shielded from me. I am waiting for a train I will take after this to go up to my college town to visit some relatives. So yeah, that's where I went to community college before I went to college, and I'm at my community college, and this train did not exist when I lived here, so it's pretty cool. Hey, what's going on? Happy Friday. How's your week been? I'm just continuing to do the Texas thing. Last night I went to a Texas Rangers baseball game in the new stadium. Well, it's not new now, but it's new to me, which was all indoors, kind of wacky. They won, yay. So yeah, I've been having a blast, eating lots of Texas food and doing lots of super Texas things, taking pictures of bluebonnets, because bluebonnets are a state flower and they're so super gorgeous. They're a wildflower that grows around this time of year, so it's really common when you're a baby to have your picture taken in bluebonnets. So yeah, that's it, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into the questions now. Oh, hey, Michael, nice to see you. Okay, so, this is going to go up on our profile this weekend. We have an announcement, but I wanted to go ahead and tell you guys first. Hey, Kathy. So we are sponsoring a youth football team, which is pretty cool. Okay, so every year around this time, there is a youth football tournament held in Vukovar, and it is to honor the memory of the Vukovar defenders from during the Homeland War. And so there are youth teams in like pretty much all the cities that mirror the adult professional football teams. But there's also a football team for Croatian diaspora in North America. So they are made up of Canadians and Americans with Croatian heritage. And so one of our clients reached out to me and said, hey, there's this youth football team, and they need sponsorship so that they can come to Croatia and play in this tournament. And I was like, yes, please. So yeah, we're sponsoring a team. Our logo is on their kit and on their backpacks and their jackets and everything, which is really, really neat. I'm disappointed that I will not be able to see the football game myself because I will be here in Texas. So it's next weekend, so not this weekend that we're entering right now, but next weekend there's the tournament in Vukovar, and it is free. It's open to the public. So tomorrow, I think, up on our profile, we're going to post the schedule for the North America team and like who they're playing. I know they're playing Dinamo, Lokomotiva, which is also in Zagreb, and Šibenik. So that should be super cool. So if you happen to be free next weekend, I highly suggest you go and support this youth tournament out in Vukovar. Is there anything else I wanted to tell you about that? Oh yeah, so to play on the youth teams, you have to either have Croatian citizenship or have Croatian heritage. So we're going to be helping a lot of families with their paperwork next year. So yay! Okay, it's just so cool. There's like a kid. You'll see the picture on our profile tomorrow, and it has our logo on their kit. It's just very exciting. We're happy to support the kids. Okay, so aside from that, let me get into the questions. So this first one comes from Jane on the 5 Question Friday forum. I'm moving to Croatia and will be applying for residence based on descent. My mother was from Zagreb. Can I apply for residence and citizenship at the same time when I arrive? No, you cannot.
Orange Line, Train 2, LBJ Central Station.
A train's going to come through, and it's probably going to get a little loud, so I might have to pause for a second, but y'all get it, you know what I mean? So no, you cannot apply for citizenship and residence at the same time. What you have to do is you have to get residence, and then once you have your ID card, then you can apply for citizenship. Because when you're applying for citizenship, it's all based on jurisdiction, and that jurisdiction is dependent on residence. All right, I'm going to show you the train. That's the train that I will take as soon as I'm done with 5 Question Friday. Yeah, So that is why you can, so it used to be you could just like go on vacation to Croatia for like 2 weeks and get your citizenship, and it doesn't work that way anymore. You have to have residence in Croatia to be able to apply for citizenship from Croatia. So thank you so much for that question. I want to tell you that we have a couple guides that are applicable. So how to apply for residence based on being a member of the Croatian people, which I highly recommend. I mean, the digital nomad permit comes with a tax exemption, so you could do that first if you have a remote job, but then you definitely should switch to the permit for Croatian people, because you get all the same benefits as citizens, which is pretty rad. So we have a guide on that residence and that residence program, and then we also have our guide on how to apply for citizenship by descent. So if you want those, send us a DM, or if you are on YouTube, it's down below in the description, and anywhere else, just drop us a comment. We will get it over to you. I saw our good friend Jeff out there. Yes, I am taking DART, Dallas Area Rapid Transit. I'm going to Denton. So I'm going to be taking, for the Dallas people, I'm taking the orange line to Bachman Station, and then the green line to Trinity Mills in Carrollton, and then the A train up to Denton. So it's a nice little adventure for me today. All right, so this next question comes from, oh, hey, Alexis. Hi. All right. So this next question comes from Jeff here on Instagram. I was a little freaked out when Italy suddenly shut down their citizenship by descent program. Is there any chance Croatia will follow suit? Okay, so first, Italy did not shut down their citizenship by descent program. I want to make sure that I set some context around this, and then I will answer your question, okay? Michael, Denton is your hometown? Cool. It's my college town, but I also have relatives that live there, and I have some good friends that live there. Denton's a cool place. Okay, so Italy. So Italy kind of abruptly overnight changed their rules on how they regulate or offer Italian citizenship by descent, okay? So here are the changes. You can only apply if you have an Italian parent or grandparent. You have to demonstrate language proficiency, and based on what I was reading, that's going to be challenging. And then Italian citizens born outside Italy can only pass citizenship down to their children if they have lived in Italy for 2 consecutive years. And those with dual nationality, so they have Italian citizenship and something else, they can lose their citizenship if they don't engage by paying taxes, voting, or renewing their passports. So yes, this is quite a harsh change. And what the Italian government said they did this is because they felt that people were abusing the program. So essentially they were getting Italian citizenship and with no intention of living in Italy and or even coming to Italy. So yeah, they had a problem of that. So I don't see Croatia going this harsh, but I give that with the caveat that you just never know what the Croatian government's going to do sometimes. Sometimes they just make rules out of the blue that we really weren't expecting. But let me put it this way. For years, Croatia required that you pass a culture and history test, and it was given in Croatian. So by that nature, your language skills were also being tested, okay? And so that was a barrier for many people to apply for Croatian citizenship by descent, because you have so many Croatian diaspora that are abroad that never learned the language, okay? But then, and also you could only go back as far as a grandparent. All right, so very similar to Italy's current rules. But then in 2020, they redid the Citizenship Act, and they eliminated the culture and history test for people applying based on descent. And they also said that you can go back as many generations back as you can prove via birth certificates. So the oldest relative that one of our clients has applied for was someone from the 1700s. Interesting. So because they did that, they're really trying to do everything they can to get that Croatian diaspora to come back. So broadening the rules on who can apply for citizenship is part of that incentive. This returnee tax exemption is also part of that incentive. So right now, I don't think that they're so concerned about how many people are applying because they want people to come back. Ultimately, they want you to come back. If they are giving you a passport, it's because they want you to come to Croatia and live and build a family and have a job and all of that. I know that a lot of people applying for citizenship are not doing that, just like with Italy, probably with many countries. They're getting it for other reasons other than the fact that they want to come back. So that's what Croatia wants, but I do not see them changing it anytime soon, okay? I already told you we have a guide on how to apply for Croatian citizenship by descent that has the requirements and the procedure. And then we also, I plucked a news article about the changes to Italian citizenship. So if you want either of those things, just contact us. Jen Gunther, hi, nice to see you. Okay. So this next question, it's actually two questions. So we had two people who asked about the same topic, but in different ways. And the answer is going to solve both of them. So I wanted to go ahead and tackle both of them, okay? So first we have Maria here on Instagram. Can you tell me please if the minimum salary for digital nomads has changed? It was 2,870 euros previously, but I saw in some chats it's already 3,295 euros. So that's one question. How much do digital nomads need to have? Second question came from Nodcart on IG. Does the 18-month validity for the digital nomad permit mean that we now need to show 18 months times 3,295 euros in savings? Okay, so to apply for residence, you have to show that you have enough money to support yourself, and the amounts change every year. It always goes up because it is calculated based on the average net salary for Croatians in the previous year, okay? So every year it goes up as those salaries go up. Now with the digital nomad permit, the calculation is it has to be 2.5 times that average monthly net salary from the previous year. So yes, this year it has gone up to 3,295 euros per month. So the way that you can show that you have these funds, you can do that in 3 ways. One way is 6 pay stubs showing that you make in excess of this amount. One is 6 months of bank statements showing that you make more than this amount. Or you can show one bank statement that shows that you have the entire amount for the term in one lump sum, which if you have that is preferred because it is, you're giving up less information about yourself. You have more privacy that way. So if you're applying for 12 months, you need to show 39,540 euros in your savings on one bank statement. If you're applying for 18 months, then you need to show 59,310 euros on a single bank statement. So the answer is yes to both of those questions. So we have a guide on how to show financial means when applying for residence. It goes over all the different scenarios, and we obviously have a guide on how to apply for the digital nomad permit. So if you want that, contact us. We'll get it over to you. You can also always find it on expatinCroatia.com. All right, so we've got a few comments. Yes. Hago Fieros, demographic crisis is also worse in Croatia than in Italy. I don't know what you mean by the demographic crisis per se, but because that could mean a lot of things, but I'll make some assumptions. We do have a challenge in Croatia that we have far more old people than we do young people, and a lot of young people have left, and so we don't have enough of a tax base to feed into the system to support all the people who are retired. And also fewer people are having babies now as well. And that is a common issue around the world. That's not just an isolated issue to Croatia. So the population is in decline. So yes, that's part of the reason, actually most of the reason why Croatia is trying to give away citizenships as much as they can to people with heritage. Okay, let's go back down here. Sat Stokes, does this returnee tax exemption apply to all income or just earned income from employment? It's only income tax on your working income. Yeah. So it doesn't affect you, like you still have to pay pension and health insurance, but income tax, you have to pay it. You have to pay it up front, and then you get a refund of the income tax that you paid for the previous year. Okay. Omit, I asked a similar question a couple of weeks ago, but I read some laws are changed about foreigners and requirement about citizenship. Is it true that now Croatia allows seafarers to go abroad for work? I'm not sure I understand the context, but you can always send us a DM, and we'll probably ask a few additional questions unless you want to clarify. There are a lot of seafarers in Croatia that go abroad for work. I think one issue that we've seen is that you have foreigners who are seafarers, and then they're gone from Croatia more than they're allowed to be. Maybe that's what you're talking about. But that is, yeah, it's a bit of a catch-22 if you're a sailor living in Croatia and you're gone 6 months out of the year, but you're not allowed to be gone for more than 90 days. So that causes some trouble. I haven't heard of anything being changed about that, but we can certainly look into it. Okay. I mean, more than 90 days and 100 days. Okay, yeah, so that was what you're talking about. Yeah. I haven't heard that change has been implemented, but we'll look into it. Okay? Thanks for the question. Okay, let's go back down here. All right, I think I did it. All right, so next, this is from Priscilla, also here on Instagram. Returning back Croatians are exempted from income tax. Does this include remote jobs? Okay, so I spoke to one of the tax advisors that we send our clients to about this because I wanted to better understand this tax exemption. So there are 3 scenarios under which a Croatian returnee can benefit from the new income tax incentive, okay? So the returnee registers a Croatian company, is employed by that company. The returnee is employed by a Croatian company that they don't own. And then the returnee is employed by a company registered outside of Croatia and reports this income to the tax office and pays contributions in Croatia for this salary. Okay, so those are the 3 scenarios under which you can get this benefit of the tax incentive. So in all of these cases, the income tax is paid by the company or the returnee, then it is refunded after the end of the tax year. So this is the first year that this tax incentive has been in place, which means that this year people pay tax, and then next year they can file for a refund. And if the company pays the income tax, but you still get the refund as the returnee, it doesn't go back to the company. Okay? There is one case where a returnee does not qualify for the tax incentive, and that is if they open an Ulbert. An Ulbert is a trade. If you are American, it's kind of the most similar thing to 1099 income, except for that it is an actual registered entity. So in that case, your tax ID number for the Ulbert is the same as you as an individual. So this is considered self-employment income and does not qualify for the tax exemption. So that's important to know. What can we send you? So we have a big guide that goes over all of the recent law changes in Croatia, so that is included in that guide. We also have a guide on how to repatriate as someone who's a Croatian citizen or with descent, and we just were discussing yesterday updating it to include this tax incentive, so keep a lookout for that. All right, our next question comes from Jules on the 5 Question Friday forum. I was wondering if you know if it is possible to update your national ID card from outside Croatia, specifically if it's out of date plus needs a change of address. So no, you cannot. With your national ID card, we're talking about Croatian citizens. Let me make a clarification here. So Croatian citizens have an ID card that has a chip in it, and if you are not a Croatian citizen, you only get a residence permit that does not have a chip in it. So there are 2 different kinds of things. You have residence permit and you have a national ID card for citizen. So the national ID card can only be renewed or have the address changed at a police station within Croatia. You cannot do it online, you cannot do it at a consulate. And you can't get your first ID card either online or at a consulate. You can only do it within Croatia. All right, so we do have a guide on how to apply or renew your ID card, so contact us if you want that. That's it, guys. Those are all the questions for today. What time is it? 10:19 here, 5:19 in Croatia. I have 5 minutes until my train comes, so just under the wire. So what's happening next? Next week, where will I be doing 5 Question Friday from next week? New Jersey. I'm going to New Jersey on Thursday. And to see some friends, and I will be doing 5 Question Friday from New Jersey next week, so that'll be fun. Yay! That's it. That's all I got, guys. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope it wasn't too windy. I was like hiding in this corner, like hoping that I could avoid the wind. But I just enjoy this time with you guys so much. So thank you for all your questions. And if you have a question you'd like to see answered here, send us a DM, drop us a comment on the replay. scream it from a mountaintop, and you might see it on a future episode. Oh, thank you so much, Michael. I am enjoying Texas very much. So I will see y'all next Friday. Ciao, vidimose. Bye, bye, bye. Ooh, did I not hit it? Yes, let's try this again.